The story of David and Goliath is one of the most famous in the Bible. It's a story about faith and courage, about a young shepherd boy who faced down a giant. David was the youngest son of Jesse. He was just a boy, small and inexperienced in battle. Goliath was a giant of a man, a fearsome warrior. Goliath was a Philistine, an enemy of the Israelites. He stood over 9 feet tall and wore heavy armor. He carried a massive spear and a sword. Every day for 40 days, Goliath challenged the Israelites to send out a warrior to fight him. No one dared to face him. The Israelites were terrified of Goliath. They trembled at his voice, at the clang of his armor. They felt helpless and afraid.
The giant seemed invincible, unbeatable.
King Saul, the tallest man in Israel, was even afraid of Goliath. The soldiers muttered in fear.
How could we possibly defeat such a foe?
Their hearts were filled with doubt and despair. Day after day, Goliath's challenge echoed across the valley. Day after day, the Israelites remained paralyzed by fear. One day, David's father sent him to the Israelite camp. He wanted David to bring food to his brothers, who were soldiers in Saul's army. David heard Goliath's challenge, and was surprised by the fear he saw in the Israelite soldiers. He couldn't understand why they were so afraid.
I believe in God's power. With God on my side, nothing is impossible.
He told King Saul that he would fight Goliath.
Are you sure? You're small and unarmed. How can you fight him?
Saul was skeptical. He looked at David, small and unarmed, and doubted his ability. But David was determined. He knew God would protect him. David refused to wear Saul's armor. It was too heavy and unfamiliar. Instead, he took his shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones. He approached Goliath with courage, his eyes fixed on the giant.
Ha! Look at you, so small and without armor. Do you think you can defeat me?
Goliath laughed at David, mocking his size and lack of armor. David stood firm. He knew that God was with him, and that was all that mattered.
You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord.
David swung his sling, releasing a single stone. It flew through the air with incredible accuracy and struck Goliath in the forehead. The giant fell, his massive body crashing to the ground. David had won. A simple shepherd boy had defeated a mighty giant, proving that faith in God can overcome any obstacle.